You've probably enjoyed sardines before, but did you know that some of the most popular brands in the US could actually be harming your health? These small fish are packed with nutrients like omega-3 and protein. But not every can on the shelf delivers on that promise. Some brands are loaded with hidden risks like high sodium, low-quality oils, and even contaminants that could be affecting your body without you realizing it. In today's deep dive, we'll uncover the sardine products that public health experts suggest avoiding in the US. Using scientific research, nutritional analysis, and real customer feedback, we'll break down which cans are doing more harm than good. Stick around. The end of this, you'll have the knowledge to make safer, healthier choices every time you grab a can of sardines. Number 1, Bumblebee. Let's start with one of the most well-known names in the canned fish industry, Bumblebee. You've likely seen their sardines lining the shelves, but here's why this brand might not be the healthy choice you think it is. While Bumblebee sardines are ubiquitous in the US, the brand has garnered serious criticism for both its product quality and environmental practices. According to research conducted by Seafood Watch in 2022, Bumblebee's sourcing practices have been flagged for contributing to overfishing. The brand sardines are often caught in regions where unsustainable fishing methods are still prevalent, which can have serious ecological consequences. Seafood Watch has classified Bumblebee sardines in the red category for sustainability, signaling that the brand's environmental practices are not up to par with those of more responsible companies. So, not only are these sardines bad for your health, but they are harmful to the environment as well. But it doesn't stop there. The processing of Bumblebee sardines has been under scrutiny for its questionable methods. A nutrition journal study conducted in 2020 found that sardines packed in cheap oils such as the ones used by Bumblebee contain higher amounts of unhealthy trans fats and lower levels of omega-3 fatty acids. What does that mean for your health? In fact, sardines are often packed in soybean oil, which is far less healthy compared to alternatives like olive oil. Soybean oil contains omega-6 fatty acids, which in excess can contribute to inflammation and other health issues, including cardiovascular problems. In fact, soybean oil is a major culprit in this problem. Unlike olive oil, which contains heart-healthy monounsaturated fats, soybean oil is less beneficial and can lead to health issues when consumed regularly. And it gets worse. A study published in the Journal of Environmental Health in 2021 highlighted that oils like soybean and cottonseed oil, which are commonly used in mass-produced sardines, can oxidize during the canning process, forming harmful compounds. High heat and long storage times can destroy important nutrients, making these sardines less nutritious than they could be. A lack of fresh fish ingredients and over-processing strips outweigh many of the health benefits you would expect from such a product. The World Health Organization has also issued recommendations to limit the intake of trans fats due to their known health risks. A 2020 study published in the Food Quality and Preference Journal found that Bumblebee sardines consistently ranked low in taste tests, especially when compared to higher quality brands. One of the most frequent complaints from consumers is the poor texture and taste of Bumblebee sardines. Many report that the sardines can be mushy with a flat taste that doesn't even come close to the fresh, clean flavor one might expect from a quality sardine. When it comes to canned fish, freshness is key, but Bumblebee falls short in this regard, leaving a lot of people dissatisfied with their purchase. This lack of quality can be particularly disappointing for seniors who rely on the nutritional value of sardines as part of their diet. And here's where it gets even more concerning. Heavy metals. Sardines, like all fish, can absorb harmful substances from polluted waters. And research indicates that Bumblebee sardines may contain high levels of mercury and other toxic metals. This is a major red flag, especially for vulnerable groups like pregnant women, children, and the elderly. Consuming fish with high mercury levels can lead to serious health problems over time, including neurological damage. A review by Consumer Reports found Bumblebee sardines among the lowest ranked in terms of texture, oil quality, and overall satisfaction. Consumers, particularly seniors, have been vocal about their disappointment with the product. Many have cited the inconsistent quality of the sardines and the lack of flavor as deal breakers. In conclusion, if you're concerned about both your health and the health of the planet, Bumblebee sardines are a product you should avoid. If you want to make a responsible choice, it's best to steer clear of Bumblebee and look for sardines that prioritize both your well-being and the environment. Number 2, Beach Cliff. Next, let's talk about Beechcliff Sardines, a brand that might seem like a convenient choice, but a closer look reveals some serious health and environmental issues. Beechcliff sources its sardines from regions that are far from being models of responsible fishing. A 2021 study by the Marine Conservation Society found that Beechcliff sardines are often caught in areas notorious for overfishing. These regions lack proper fishing regulations and sustainable practices, meaning that purchasing Beechcliff sardines could indirectly contribute to the depletion of marine populations. If you're someone who cares about ocean health and making ethical choices, this is a big red flag. But the issues don't end with sustainability. When it comes to processing, Beechcliff sardines are packed in cheap vegetable oils, which raises several health concerns. A 2020 study in the Nutrition Journal found that sardines packaged in low-quality oils like those used by Beechcliff have higher levels of unhealthy trans fats, which are linked to a greater risk of heart disease and cardiovascular problems. Even worse, research published in the Journal of Environmental Health shows that cheap vegetable oils like those used by Beechcliff can create harmful compounds when exposed to high temperatures during the canning process. By opting for these low-quality oils, Beechcliff not only compromises the nutritional quality of their sardines, but also makes them less heart-healthy compared to alternatives that use healthier oils like olive oil. But it's not just the oil that raises concerns. Taste and texture also fall short for many consumers. If you've ever tried Beechcliff sardines, you probably noticed their bland, mushy texture and lackluster flavor. Sardines should be firm, briny, and bursting with flavor. But Beechcliff sardines often miss the mark. A number of customers have voiced their dissatisfaction, with one common complaint being that the sardines are too soft and soggy. Another critical aspect of Beechcliff sardines is the potential for pollution in the waters from which they are sourced. Many sardines come from areas affected by industrial fishing practices where pollution and the presence of toxic contaminants such as mercury and PCBs are common. These substances can accumulate in the fish's tissue and in turn affect the health of consumers. The polluted waters where Beechcliff sardines are sourced contribute to this risk, exposing consumers to harmful contaminants with every bite. Research into the effects of consuming contaminated fish regularly is concerning, especially given the impact that mercury and other pollutants can have on the nervous system and overall health. For those who care about both their health and the environment, it's time to seek out better alternatives. Look for brands that prioritize sustainable fishing, healthy oils, and fresh, clean flavors. Number 3. MW Polar Smoked Bristling Sardines in Olive Oil. Now let's turn our attention to MW Polar Smoked Bristling Sardines in Olive Oil. At first glance, this might seem like a premium choice. However, as we dive deeper into the details, you'll see why this brand isn't as great as it might appear. MW Polar Sardines come from the Baltic Sea, an area that's facing some of the most significant environmental challenges in the world. The Baltic Sea is known for its high levels of eutrophication, which causes oxygen-deprived zones that are harmful to marine life. According to the UNFP Baltic Sea Environmental Report, the pollution levels in the Baltic are some of the worst in the world, making the sardines from this region a risky choice both for your health and for the planet. But it doesn't stop there. Canned sardines, including those from MW Polar, have been found to contain various contaminants. Studies indicate that canned fish can harbor heavy metals like mercury, cadmium, and lead, which pose health risks, especially with frequent consumption. In fact, a study published in PMC found that these heavy metals can accumulate in fish tissue and affect neurological and kidney function in humans. When it comes to the quality of the oil used, MW Polar sardines are packed in olive oil, but the quality of the oil used is questionable. Many canned fish products use refined oils that are high in omega-6 fatty acids, which when consumed in excess can promote inflammation and are linked to various chronic diseases, including heart disease, arthritis, and even cancer. Consumer reviews often highlight the poor taste and texture of MW Polar sardines. Many report that the sardines are too soft, mushy, and lack the rich, briny flavor expected from high-quality sardines. This subpar eating experience can be particularly disappointing for those seeking a flavorful and nutritious snack. Sustainability reports indicate that MW Polar sardines do not meet the eco-friendly standards recommended by major sustainability organizations. When purchasing seafood, it's crucial to ensure that the product comes from fisheries that prioritize responsible practices. Unfortunately, MW Polar sardines do not align with these standards, meaning that they can contribute to the depletion of marine resources and the destruction of ecosystems. In conclusion, MW Polar Smoked Bristling Sardines in Olive Oil are a disappointing choice for anyone who cares about their health, the environment, and the quality of their food. If you're serious about making better choices for your body and the planet, it's time to look elsewhere for your sardine fix. Number 4, Goya sardines in tomato sauce. Next, let's talk about Goya sardines and tomato sauce. A popular option for those looking for a quick and tasty snack. Goya sources its sardines from regions with questionable fishing practices. These areas often lack transparency regarding sustainable sourcing, leading to concerns about overfishing and ecosystem degradation. Goya sardines and tomato sauce contain high levels of sodium, which is common in canned sardines, to preserve shelf life and enhance flavor. In fact, the USDA Food Data Central reports that a single 3.750 can of Goya sardines can contain over 500 milliliters of sodium, which is approximately 22% of the recommended daily intake for adults. The high sodium is used to preserve the sardines and enhance flavor. But for anyone with high blood pressure or heart concerns, this level of sodium can be detrimental to your health. In addition to the sodium, Goya sardines are packed in sunflower oil, a refined oil that's high in omega-6 fatty acids. Omega-6 are essential to our health. But here's the catch. They can cause serious imbalances when consumed too much, especially if we're not getting enough omega-3 to balance them out. Consumer reviews often highlight the poor taste and texture of Goya sardines. Many report that the sardines are too large, thick, and have a ton of backbone, leading to a less than satisfying eating experience. This lack of quality is especially disappointing for those seeking a flavorful and nutritious snack. Sustainability reports indicate that Goya sardines do not meet the eco-friendly standards recommended by major sustainability organizations. When purchasing seafood, it's crucial to ensure that the product comes from fisheries that prioritize responsible practices. In conclusion, Goya sardines and tomato sauce fall short of being a healthy, eco-friendly choice. Opting for brands that prioritize sustainable fishing methods, use high-quality oils, and offer superior taste and texture can contribute to better health and a healthier planet. Number 5, Seasoned brand. Seasoned brand sardines might seem like a quick, healthy option at first glance, but what if I told you that digging deeper reveals some surprising health concerns and quality issues? One of the primary concerns with seasoned brand sardines is their sodium content. A standard 3.75 Oz can of seasoned brand wild-caught sardines and mustard sauce contains approximately 670 milliliters of sodium, equating to about 29% of the recommended daily intake for adults. According to the American Heart Association, diets high in sodium are a major contributor to hypertension, which increases the risk of heart attacks and strokes. For seniors trying to reduce their sodium intake, seasoned brand is definitely a product to be cautious about. When it comes to the quality of the sardines themselves, seasoned brand sardines don't fare much better. The oil used in their processing tends to be of lower quality, which directly impacts both the taste and nutritional value of the product. The use of low-grade oils not only compromises the health benefits of the sardines, but also negatively impacts their flavor and texture. Consumers have reported that the sardines have a bland, flat taste, which can make them unappealing compared to other options that use higher quality oils. Seasoned brand's ingredient list for their sardines includes sardines, mustard sauce, soybean oil, and salt. While this may seem straightforward, the lack of transparency regarding the sourcing of these ingredients raises concerns. Without information on whether the sardines are sustainably sourced or if the mustard sauce contains added sugars or preservatives, consumers are left in the dark about the quality and ethical considerations of the product. While seasoned brand sardines provide a good source of protein and calcium, the high sodium content and the use of low-quality oil diminish their overall nutritional value. In conclusion, seasoned brand sardines are far from the healthy choice they may appear to be at first glance. If you're looking for a brand that aligns with your health goals and offers a product that's both nutritious and transparent, it's advisable to consider alternatives that prioritize quality ingredients, ethical sourcing, and clear labeling. By choosing wisely, you can avoid unhealthy foods and protect your health in this way. Now that we've looked at some sardine brands in the US, it's clear that not all are safe or healthy. In our next video, we'll dive deeper into other popular sardine products, their fishing methods, processing, and overall safety. Before you go, I've got a couple of questions for you. Have you ever thought that any of these sardine brands might be unhealthy? Have you had a bad experience with sardines from these brands? Drop your answers in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more videos like this. Next time you're shopping for sardines, pick wisely. Check the labels and prioritize brands that are responsible and nutritious. Your body and the planet will thank